It's Boxing Day. I float like a butterfly and sting like after post Netflix and chill pee. Yeah. And if that doesn't catch your attention, it is Marvel Contest of Champions news time. Hopefully you had a great Christmas. I got some great gifts. I got this Deadpool phone holder. That was nice. Batman light. Yeah, see? For the comic book fan of me. And also got a nice candle for my grandparents. And a notepad. And some other stuff. But I like these things the most. I think they're quite cherishable things. And they can go on my desk. Merry Christmas. But all Christmas goodwill aside, I've got to get this news out. As you know, this is probably going... But all Christmas goodwill aside, this video is going out a little earlier than normal, and that's because I've got some more family commitments. If you're like me, you just have a load of family commitments going for a good chunk of time, and then I want to get back into making lots of content, but let's get into the news. So as you know, the evil overlords over at Kabam gave us a gifting crystal, or a few gifting crystals, for 25th of December. This obviously was met with initial, what the effery, but as we know through the day, things got resoundingly better. Now I did hear rumours that people were speculating a lot about that mystery item being ranked down ticket. And it did come out in a few sources, but I think that has been subdued now. So that's good because like I personally didn't want to say anything like, oh, the mystery item, oh, that must be ranked down ticket. No, because we knew from the start that Kabam said a resounding no to it. You weren't going to get them. And I know some people did say that that mystery item was more than likely to be that. It wasn't. We were disappointed in the interim. All that misery then turned to joy when we saw this. I didn't expect this. Okay, I thought we were going to have the disappointment. Would this be saying Kabam backpedaling? Or Kabam doing the old classic PR spin where they go, what we're going to do is we're going to put out a negative story for publicity, but what we're going to do in the end is actually we've got plans to give you something better based on something. So Kabam always want you to earn something for you grinding out. And obviously we've got those titles, and those new titles and improvements to titles mean that you're applicable to get something good from it. If Kabam roll this out yearly, I think this is a very good idea. Last year it was a case we had ranked down tickets, so if this is a case of regular thing, then by all means, have at this. Is next year going to be a 6-star Awakening gem? Who knows? But obviously if there's going to be a question mark, don't speculate until you've actually got it. But also it comes at a right time that the energy spent is going down. So hopefully it's a case that by next year, if you want to be uncollected and get something like this, which we're going to spin in a moment, you can earn it. Work hard and you'll get there. It's not a case of going, right, I want this, I should deserve this. You know, in some cases you've got to earn it, so that's really what they want to do. Now last video I did say that I was about Awakening Angela because I got a Cosmic, but obviously, yeah, I know I won't particularly use it on that champion. Corvus, yeah, well, he doesn't need to be awakened. Hyperion, yeah, maybe. There's so many different Cosmic champions I could use. But also from this one, as we said, we want a tech or we want a mutant for either Iron Man Infinity War or for Domino. Not that I really need it for Domino, but at the same time, it's nice to add that awakened ability on. So yeah, tech or mutant. Don't be Mystic. Oh God, it's another one of those. This is just like me a few years ago where I had loads of Cosmic Gems and I couldn't use them on anything, but because I only had 2 Cosmic Champions. I now have 3 Cosmic Champions, and 4, it's like 2 girls, one cup. Don't ask me what that is. Let's move on to the next story. I can't believe I said that. 2 girls, 1 cup. On to our next story in staying in game. We've only got a few hours left of this particular special offers drop, and this is why. And if you kind of wondering, oh, I really want to get these kind of things. If you're serious about game grinding and you're serious about gaming and you're serious about maybe kind of taking your stuff a bit further, making a quicker progression route, then always ask for things like these. So these are Google Play vouchers, iTunes vouchers, same thing. You can do that and use them. I ask for them for things like birthdays and for Christmas because it's helpful to do videos. It means I don't have to spend quite so much. And that's what I really advise. If you're looking to make a little bit of a quick progression, then it is advisable to ask those things for like birthdays and Christmas. So what have we got? Obviously, the big expensive offers are going to see the bigger amount of return of 5-star and 6-star shards. 6-star shards are entering into offers a lot more. Me personally, I don't like the fact that you have these limit things, which basically say that you can purchase these over and over again, going, okay, so I can purchase the more expensive one 3 times. I don't like that about games. I don't like when they force that, not force it, but they kind of add it there for you to get that kind of money back to the developer. I think it's always good to spend the one, and it just stops it there. It just means that, okay, you can only purchase it once and get those things, but it's encouraging you to then go, right, I want to purchase this 2 more times to get loads more. If you are in the market for buying some units, this is a good opportunity to buy because you're getting extra for you buying in. That is the only thing that I want to say against that. It's your choice whether or not you want to spend your money in the game. We're going to talk about a story about that in a minute about spending in game, but it's your choice ultimately. If you want to make further progression, you want to get 5-star quicker, you want to get 6-star shards quicker, then that's up to you. If you don't want to spend on the game, you don't have to at the end of the day. So what are my thoughts on the offers? Well, initially I'm disappointed in myself. And that's because I bought units when the gifting event started. Gifting event is still going on at the point of recording this video. And I would have got more stuff as a result of buying this. So, hey, that's my fault. Will I learn for next year? Undoubtedly. Will I then wait on Christmas Day to then do the gifting event? Of course. So that's really what I'd like to say to everybody that's kind of going, oh, should I have got units? Why did I get units then? Learn your lesson, move on to next year, have a good Christmas and smile on the face. Moving on to greater gifting crystals, staying in the whole gifting format. This was posted in the forum, which is 3, potentially, I don't know if this has been doctored in any way, but the fact is, this is saying in 3 greater gifting crystals, this person got a 5-star Thanos and a 4-star Awakening Gem to obviously lesser degree, but still, 5-star Thanos. Man, I've seen lots of people going to trying to get him and not getting him at all. So I don't know what obviously we know the drop rates, but I don't obviously know how many have entered into the rosters of people. It'd be quite interesting to find out how many people honestly have got Thanoses, 5-star Thanoses from this greater gifting crystal event, and whether or not next year we're going to see more of them. We're going to see another champion being put in now that we've got Kang, Thanos. Is it going to be Collector, Grandmaster? Is it going down that scheme? Is it not? Will there be another champion? Still very excited to see what could be added into it in going into 2019. Next up, a little story that's escaped my clutches, and it's here. So frame progression in dungeons has been disabled because of a 5-star shard exploit. I didn't see this coming. I don't know whether or not a lot of other people kind of were exploiting this, whether or not it's something that Kabam are just gonna stop completely. But it's annoying to kind of think that that's been added in for a little while now, and the idea that people have been exploiting that for a while, like, okay, so that's not particularly good. Either way, it'd be nice to get a further idea from Kabam what they're planning to do, when they're planning to put this back in, because this was turned off on the 23rd of December. I suspect they'll probably get it sorted in the new year, but it's yeah, it's kind of weird that wasn't picked up on to begin with. Next up, and continuing on the story as we said about earlier, the idea of spending in game. Where do you stand on that? Are you someone that does spend, or someone that doesn't spend, someone that looks just only for the offers that are good, similar to what's on at the moment in game? Do you get really angry when you see people spending on a mobile based game or a PC game or things like that, or DLC? How do you really lie on this? So I don't really kind of put too much of these opinion posts in, especially when it's just one person's view, and especially it seems too much on one side and it's quite strong. We've got a response from one of the Kabam community managers, I want to assume, Kabam Vidius, who then has their opinion, which I think is quite good to have that level of relationship between the game developer Kabam and us, the summoner. Kabam Vidius is joined by everybody else that has the same kind of opinion. Maybe they don't spend personally, or they do spend, but they just say if anybody does want to spend, it's up to them. Kabam Vidius even goes further to say that he or she decides that they've spent in the past. PC games, console games, I myself have done the same. In particular, World of Tanks. You used to spend loads of money on that game. but you get a physical tank and it just exists there permanently. So if I go back to the game, like I spent a few months away, I'll go back and still got all those premium tanks that I've bought with my own money, which is still pretty cool. Obviously a bit different in Marvel Contest of Champions. There is a randomized based function, like a kind of roulette spin to get a really decent champion. Same thing with other certain things. There's rate drops, percentages, type loot box system. So sometimes you don't always get to keep what you spend your physical money in. In some cases you do, but largely the case, it doesn't really happen that way with stuff that you really want to get. Our final story is the arena. Now, this doesn't look like Trucos' screen, because Trucos usually puts out stuff a little bit later on. And like I said, this is going out a lot earlier, this news. The fact is, we have got the 2015, 2000 and 2018 champions. I'm not too sure with this. I don't know if it's meant to be 2015 to 2018 champions crystal, like the memory lane crystal that was put out last year. And last year when you went for the 4-star version, because I don't think the 5-star was there was a 14 mil cutoff. And going back to a last year post by Trucos, it does look like we're on 13 mil for that particular crystal. This time around, I think it's going to be a lot more, especially if we're looking at the 5-star. I reckon a 5-star version could go for anything, literally like anything. If we said that it was about 50 mil, then chances are it would be someone's chance of getting something really good. So you could even see that going as high as 60 mil. If we're looking at a 4-star version, I think this is pretty much set. I need 13 mil there, but I'd like to say about 15 to 16 mil to be sure for that one. And the 3-star, if there is a 3-star, going for anything close to a mil 500. I know before, where I'm looking now, there's about 793,000, but I'd probably say that nowadays, with the chance of getting something good-ish for you new players, I would say 1.5 mil to be absolutely safe. So that's been your Marvel Contest of Champions news for the 26th of December 2018, aka Boxing Day. We'll see you in a few days for maybe a special New Year's edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. Have a great day, some great family time, whatever you're doing as well. I've got to get off now, get this video edited and buy some offers. Well, I'll probably just buy the one offer really. Not going to be too greedy, but yes, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel for further news, and also make sure you're liking the video if you enjoyed it, as well as sharing it with somebody within the community. I've been Rich the Man. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.